Hello everybody, my name is Dringer. I want to welcome you to a new figure review. This time we are going to be taking a look at the 2018 version of Anakin Skywalker Dark Side MMS 486. So before we dwell into this character, I want to talk about him first. Yes, this is the 2018 version, but we are reviewing him for sentimental reasons. First off, this is my first figure. Second off, this is also a figure that my wife got me. Thank you so much for her. Another thing I want to add. Why don't I just get the Artisan Edition Darth Vader Sith Apprentice? Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is because I do not feel like spending over $1,000 for a figure. This one is just as good. Some compared the head sculpts, of course, because he has the rooted hair and he doesn't. He has sculpted hair. But since this one has come out and people have gotten him and complained about his price, Hot Toys has announced their new Anakin Skywalker coming out with separate rolling eyes, interchangeable eyeballs, fringe sculpts, 2 different lightsabers, and the same display that comes with this figure. So I went ahead and pre-ordered this figure. It's gonna be a minute till he comes out, but I'm super excited for him. I will be keeping this one because, like I said, it's sentimental. I wanted to do a review on him because why not? It'll just be another video added to the channel for you guys to enjoy. So without further ado, let's dive into this character. So starting off with the box, it's a little damaged because I did get it used off of eBay. And it's been sitting around because we had to get repairs for this figure because his leather straps actually were very damaged. And if you guys wanted to take a look, here they are. So that's another reason why I do want to get a new figure, because the pleather issues on these guys is no joke. So much damage. So we went ahead and replaced that. This is a Hot Toys exclusive MMS 486 Dark Side Anakin Skywalker. Description's upside down, don't ask. We can take a look at the box art that comes inside. This honestly has to be one of my favorites so far. It's so well detailed. It shows his, phases. It even shows his normal head sculpt. In case you were wondering, I was thinking about getting the normal head sculpt for this figure, but they announced the new figure, so I mean, why even bother? Super nice art though. Definitely one of my favorites. He comes with a lot of accessories, of course, with all the interchangeable hands. He comes with a display case that is limited edition to this figure alone. Does not come with the Artisan Edition. The Artisan Edition comes with a piece of cardboard that you can put in front of its display base, which is pretty much the basic display that they've been doing for Hot Toys nowadays. Okay, now that we've taken a good look at the box, we can finally take a closer look at our figure and his display base and the repairs that we did for him. Alrighty, now that we finally have the figure out of the box, we can finally take a closer look at him. I wanted to talk about a few things first. There are some issues with him. We did buy him used. So first things first, his hands. His hands are wrong. If you notice, there's a few left hands and there's a few right hands. These ones should not have come with him. At least this should have been on the other side. This one he should not have come with. He should have came with a fist flesh. Not just the fist glove, but you know. So unfortunately, yes, he has the wrong hands, but he still comes with quite a lot of hands. Another issue is he has pleather. His straps we did buy brand new and replaced because his old ones were damaged, as you've seen from before I showed you guys. This came out looking really good though. I'm really proud of how it looks in the end. But on some other damages, his boot, if you notice right here, if it will focus, there's a few leather issues, pleather I should say. And I have had to glue these straps back on because they fell apart. Same with right here. Some other issues is that the hair likes to snag on the neck, so it damages it. If you see right there, some thread coming out. Overall though, it is a great figure. He looks really good. I don't know why people complain about his head sculpt, because his head sculpt is actually really good. I actually almost bought the light side version of his head, but I decided not to because they had announced the new figure. We will take a closer look at himself, but I just wanted to address, you know, the damages and whatnot, and the wrong hands. And I almost forgot one more damage. His mechanical arm. Sadly, even though not a lot of people use it, still is a cool thing to come with. It is heavily damaged. And you might be asking, Dringer, what's wrong with it? It looks fine. All the fingers move. It's articulated and whatnot. Well, let me show you. If we turn it, we tried to bend the elbow just a little bit. Do you guys see that? If it will focus, sorry guys. Look at that. No, it won't focus. There we go. Yeah, real damage. So that's sad. We're not gonna mess with that too much. Now we can look at the accessory comes with that aren't damaged. For instance, his cloak. I love his cloak. It is a bit dirty though, sadly. But I'm sure we can get some great poses out of this. Some of the thread is tearing though, sadly, again. It does have a wire in the hood, so you can pose it better. And that would be the cloak. Next we can move on to the force pushing hand. It's pretty nice. Strike an awesome pose with Obi-Wan with this one, if you guys know which one I'm talking about. Then you sort of got like a force choking hand. At least something like that. Could be resting. Like I said, we were missing hands, so I don't get to review the fist hand. But speaking of fist, here's his glove fist. In case you wanted to punch anybody or show anger through Anakin. Because after all, I am pretty angry that I got the wrong hands. But it's not that bad, honestly. Another force choking hand. I do believe this is the wrong hand. Yeah. Won't be using that. Another force hand, or this could be resting. But once again, it's the wrong side. But look at that, we do have the right side for the iconic force choking of the Padme. Yes, of the Padme. And then we have this. It's a lot of force hands, you know? Then, of course, you got the normal lightsaber holding hands that come on the figure. He does come with some wrist pegs, one black, one flesh colored, you know, because he has glove. He did come with buttons. I noticed that the person that owned this figure before me did use one. And we can take a closer look at that right now because I did forget to point that out in the damages. If you look right there, you guys can see a big difference. Anakin also came with the ability to rest his lightsaber on his belt if you wanted to. But you would have to change out this peg with this one that is like an extension. So you can actually like put it on his belt. He did also come with extra batteries for his light up arm, but I had already replaced them. Speaking of his light up arm, it is pretty nice and articulated. One thing to note is that it's not really that bright, as we can see from right here. It's not that bright. And we can take a look at his lightsaber blade effect. As you can see, the blade is on, and you cannot tell. So I definitely recommend getting custom lightsabers from Ironworks Studios. I do plan on getting a whole bunch from him. They have great sabers that glow really bright with real LEDs. And like I said, I definitely recommend getting them. So now that we have most of the accessories out of the way, I will finally want to check out one of my favorites, and I will actually be using this for the new Anakin that will be coming out because I don't like the one that it comes with. It doesn't light up. So we take a look at his display base. I love it so much. It certainly is like cool to the eyes. And just wait till you guys see it with the lights on. It's got a whole bunch of wires inside. Great detail. Made it look like it's hovering over lava, which I mean it practically is, all the lava effect. I don't know if this is just normal plastic or resin. Let me know in the comments. And here we are with the light up feature. I love it so much. I would like to show you guys it in a dark room, but I am actually making this review in daytime. And as you can see, it is still very bright. Such a great display. If only they made one for Obi-Wan, which actually, speaking of Obi-Wan, they do plan on making a new one, and he is going to be coming with his own display from Mustafar, and I cannot wait to see how that looks. If you wanted to, you take this latch off and peg in the stand, the crotch grabber, and you can just put Anakin right on top of it. So again, with the lights on, definitely adds some height to it. Alrighty, so real quick, we could talk about Anakin's overall posability. So, like I said, since we did get custom straps, leather straps, they have some metal wires in them, and we can bend them however we want. I think that's something that's really cool and I'm happy about. His arms all the way up, including his elbow joint. Speaking of elbows, you got his elbow, of course. Overall, it's really good. I think he used some great poses with that, especially the one where like he's putting the blade behind his back, if you know what I'm talking about. And then you got his head articulation, of course. It can do a whole 360 if you'd like. You just got to be careful with the clothing. That's him looking all the way down. That's him looking all the way up. And this is the side view. All the way down. All the way up. Then you got his ab crunch, of course. His ab pivot. And since his neck is a part of his head, it's his neck that moves, not his head. Then you got the hands, of course. Everybody knows how the hands are with Hot Toys. Very scary. Always comes with extra wrist pegs. And then you got the leg articulation. You don't want to stress it too far. This is going to be the side view. Overall, I think it's really good. We don't really need much for Anakin with posability. If you wanted to get him to do the splits, just be careful of the seam. Alrighty, Anakin, you've seen some better days. Do be careful of his ankle pivot. He does have ankle pivot, but it's very easy to pop them out of place. Then you would have to try and get the whole boot back on. So be careful of that. Don't talk about it. Overall, like I said, great posability. We can finally take a closer look at Dark Side Anakin Skywalker with his poses, and there might be a few surprises with some of these poses. Alrighty, now we're going to take a look at his first pose, compare him to the other figures. In my opinion, he stands great and proud. Definitely a strong character. From a distance, his head sculpt looks really good. Even from close, his head sculpt does look good. I never see why people complained about this one, especially because it looks so detailed. Here he is on his display. The height difference is big. I guess you could say Anakin has the high ground now. Now we can move on to another pose. Alrighty, now for pose number 2, I just want to add, I'm not really the best at posing with the hood, so I'm going to do my best for the next few ones. We are going to go through the phases of how he looked through Revenge of the Sith when he became a Sith. So we start off when he goes to eliminate Separatists. Shows up in his hood. Some angles it looks right, others it doesn't. I say this one's pretty good. Overall, good character. Pose number 3 is pretty simple. You just add in a lightsaber to him. Pose number 4, just slightly moving his lightsaber. And then for pose number 5, you can do like the over the shoulder when he's like doing that epic walk. You guys know which one I'm talking about. And then for pose number 6, you got the grumpy boy, of course. Or should we say the sad boy? Because, I mean, he was crying. And then from here on out, we will be getting into more dynamic poses for him. Alrighty, now for pose number 7, we're going to be doing something a little bit different. We are going to be adding a guest. All the poses from here on out will feature Obi-Wan, for obvious reasons. And of course, we all know this pose. Iconic, of course. Alrighty, now pose number 8 is where we're going to start getting into the good stuff. We're going to start with poses that combine Anakin and Obi-Wan. We're also going to be doing them without display cases too. Alrighty, here is pose number 9. They are about to start their duel. Alrighty, now with pose number 10, they have finally started their duel on Mustafar. We are using their swinging lightsaber motion blades. Tried to get some use out of them. While we were at it, we were able to capture the fallen angel pose. And in case you guys were wondering, poses like this is not stress on these straps, because these are in fact leather. I got them custom ordered. They are not pleather, so they are not going to degrade. Alrighty, here we are with pose number 11. This is a very iconic one with both Obi-Wan and Anakin doing their force push. Meanwhile, Anakin is doing the fallen angel pose. I probably should move the arm down just a little bit, but if I move them, they will probably fall. So let's move on to pose number 12, and will probably be our last pose altogether. This one will be without Obi-Wan. Alrighty, here we are with pose number 12. This one's going to be my favorite and final one. This is how I'm going to pose him on my shelf. With custom leather straps, we were able to bend them because they do have metal wires in them. Altogether, this is a great pose, a great figure. Definitely a beautiful head sculpt, in my opinion. And without further ado, my name has been Dringer. I hope you guys have enjoyed this figure review. Please leave a like and a subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.